On October 7, 2025, we come together once more to honor individuals whose lives shaped science, politics, sports, music, literature, faith, and American business. Their stories stretch across bowling lanes and poetry pages, congressional floors and scientific laboratories, family-owned markets and football fields. Each name today represents a life of dedication. People who sharpened their craft, lifted communities, advanced knowledge, or served with integrity. Many worked quietly, others were publicly celebrated. But all left a meaningful imprint on the world, shaping the cultural, intellectual, and civic spaces we inhabit. Today we remember with gratitude, respect, and reverence. Glenn Allison was a legend in the world of bowling, a name synonymous with mastery, precision, and passion. Known affectionately as Mr. 900, Allison became an icon after rolling a perfect 900 series, a feat that sparked admiration across the bowling community. His charm, competitive spirit, and lifelong devotion to the sport inspired bowlers of all ages. Beyond his accomplishments, Allison was known for kindness, humility, and a deep respect for the game that shaped his life. His legacy continues in bowling halls, leagues, and tournaments where his name is spoken with admiration. Ian Freebairn-Smith was a gifted composer and arranger whose musical brilliance touched Hollywood, television, and popular culture. Known especially for his orchestration of the Academy Award-winning song Evergreen, he shaped the emotional soundscape of some of the most cherished music of the 20th century. He worked quietly behind the scenes, crafting harmonies, textures, and arrangements that transformed melodies into timeless experiences. Musicians valued his ear. Audiences felt his artistry even when they didn't know his name. His work remains etched in the emotional memory of generations. Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick devoted her life to public service, representing Michigan's 13th district with determination, compassion, and resilience. Throughout her 14 years in Congress, she championed issues related to education, economic fairness, urban development, and community empowerment. She broke barriers not only as a Black woman in government but as a leader who carried her community's hopes into the halls of Washington. Her commitment to public service extended beyond legislation. She invested in people, families, and neighborhoods striving for opportunity. Her work leaves a lasting imprint on Detroit and on the nation she served. Don Koivisto served Michigan with pragmatic leadership and a strong dedication to rural communities, agriculture, and environmental stewardship. Over his years in both the State House and Senate, he became a respected policymaker whose steady approach helped shape the state's agricultural policies. Colleagues admired his calm, thoughtful manner and his commitment to representing the people who depended on sustainable farming, natural resources, and responsible governance. His legacy lives on in the policies he championed and the communities strengthened by his work. Father Chris Ponnet served his community with compassion, devotion, and an unwavering commitment to peace and pastoral care. His work as a chaplain and activist made him a spiritual anchor for many seeking comfort, justice, and understanding. Known for his gentle presence and deep empathy, Ponnet was a voice for the vulnerable, offering guidance, advocacy, and prayer to those navigating hardship. His ministry touched countless lives, leaving a legacy of empathy rooted in faith. Katie True was a steadfast public servant known for her advocacy on family issues, community services, and responsible governance. Serving multiple terms in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, she became a respected figure for her integrity and willingness to work across divides. Her work supported families, strengthened state services, and improved lives across Pennsylvania. True is remembered as a compassionate leader whose service reflected her belief in community, accountability, and the dignity of public office. Baron Wormser was a poet of rare insight, a writer whose lines carried clarity, introspection, and profound emotional depth. As a former poet laureate of Maine, he inspired countless readers through poems that explored memory, nature, and the subtleties of human experience. His teaching, mentorship, and literary contributions strengthened the broader American poetry community. Wormser believed in the transformative power of words, and his own words continue to resonate with truth, tenderness, and quiet brilliance. Saul Zabar was part of the beating heart of New York City's food culture. A steward of the legendary Zabar's Market, one of the most beloved and iconic specialty food stores in the country. Under his leadership, Zabar's grew from a family venture into a cultural landmark, a place where generations of New Yorkers found flavors, comfort, community, and tradition. His dedication to quality and hospitality helped define a New York institution, making Zabar's not just a store, but a culinary touchstone woven into the city's identity. Sir John Gordon was one of the most influential biologists of the 20th and 21st centuries. a scientist whose groundbreaking work in nuclear transfer and developmental biology helped lay the foundations for modern cloning and stem cell research. Awarded the Nobel Prize in 2012, Gordon demonstrated that mature cells could be reprogrammed, a discovery that fundamentally reshaped biology, medicine, and our understanding of life itself. His brilliance, curiosity, and lifelong dedication to science inspired generations of researchers. His legacy endures in laboratories, classrooms, and scientific breakthroughs that trace their roots to his transformative work. Today we remember Glenn Allison, Ian Freebairn-Smith, Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick, Don Koivisto, Chris Ponnet, Rick Shaw, Katie True, Baron Wormser, Saul Zabar, Sir John Gordon, Alan Hawley. Their lives touched music, science, faith, politics, sport, business, and art. They built communities, sparked inspiration, defended principles, and left behind gifts that will continue to shape generations. In memory they live. In legacy they remain. May they rest in peace.